outside, and unfortunately, even inside our own parishes, we have people telling us to stop talking about marriage, an institution that the church has been talking about for thousands of years. They say that if we stand up and talk about the natural definition of marriage, that we are somehow being mean or bullies. Supporting the basic rights of children and the authentic rights of people with same-sex attraction are not mutually exclusive, and we must resist the forces that are telling us otherwise. It's unfair to children if we don't make every effort to stand up for their rights, to be known and loved by their mother and their father whenever possible. While divorce, death, and other circumstances too often prevent it, no child should be intentionally deprived of knowing their mother and their father. If we allow genderless marriage to be made law, the implication is that the contributions of part of our community, either men or women, are somehow insignificant and less valuable. I can put up with a lot from the government, like higher taxes, and while I don't like it, pushing God out of public schools, but letting a small number of business and government elites and judges define what marriage is for Minnesotans doesn't seem very fair and doesn't make a lot of sense. Right now there is a court case in Hennepin County to change the definition of marriage through the courts. It's the same type of case that happened in Iowa before marriage was redefined there. Politicians have said they will try to redefine marriage at their earliest opportunity, even next year, if the marriage amendment doesn't pass. Our culture today of moral relativism attacks marriage and a lot of our Catholic values. But marriage is a foundation of our society and is definitely something worth fighting for. My marriage and the institution itself. And a lot of people say live and let live, let everybody do what they want. But this is too important of an issue to do that on. We need to stand up and fight for it and preserve it for our sake, for our children's sake, and for the sake of our entire society. The state should have laws to protect marriage because it was around long before the state came around. I don't think it's their place to redefine it. And so I guess as human beings, I think most of us just search for the truth. And what is the truth? And as Catholics, we try to find what is God's will. And I believe that this is His will, to stand up and fight for it and protect one of the gifts that He blessed us with. I encourage all of you to vote yes to the Marriage Protection Amendment on November 6th.
Hey everyone, it's me. I'm mad. I am mad. I have a cousin. His name's Matt Birk. He's the center for the Baltimore Ravens, he's number 77. And he did a commercial in Maryland, and he also did an article in Minnesota, both against gay marriage. And when I saw the words that he wrote on the page and what he said in the commercial, it hurt me. I took it very personally. It hurt me a lot. Here's a little bit of what he said. He said, with good reason, government recognizes marriages and gives them certain legal benefits so they can provide a stable, nurturing environment for the next generation of our citizens, our kids. He also said that same-sex unions may not affect my marriage specifically, but it will affect my children, the next generation. And he said that ideas have consequences. I agree with you there, Matt, that ideas do have consequences. You stated in the article that people with a different opinion often get labeled as a bigot. And first off, I want you to know that that's not what I'm doing. I love you, I love your family, I respect you. But what I am calling you is a bit of a bully. Indirectly bullying. Because I think your whole point in doing this campaign is because you said it was for the kids, for young people. And honestly, Matt, I don't really think in any way that it helped young people. I mean, just think about it. There's probably young people out there that are questioning, that are confused, that consider you a hero. What does that do to them? Matt, you don't know what it's like growing up gay. Fighting with yourself, fighting with society, fighting with your parents. You know, not knowing that if society's ever going to accept you, if you're going to accept yourself. And you reach out, you look for people to, stand up for you. You look for people to respect, for people that give you a little bit of hope. And I think that you did the opposite by doing this, because I know that you have lots and lots of kids out there that respect you, and lots of young people that look up to you. Some of them may be gay. Some of them may be questioning. Some of them may be confused. And this doesn't help them. It really empowers the bullies in their life. Maybe kids at school, their parents, bullying parents. I mean, it gives their parents, the parents that don't accept them, that don't understand them, the opportunity to say, look, your hero Matt Birk, look what he says about you. You don't deserve what he does. You need to fix yourself. Because I've heard those words before. And it's not good to hear those words. Honestly, Matt, I guess what it comes down to is that either God made a mistake or you made a mistake. I honestly really don't know what someone like me can do for you to prove that we deserve the same rights. Think back to the fight that black people had, or still having. I mean, just think about that. Black people had to fight for equal rights because they looked different than white people, because their skin color was different than white people. How crazy is that? Oh my God, I just can't even imagine. How crazy is that? But you know what? Our fight's a little bit different. I don't have something that I can show you, make you see that I'm different. I feel like I have to prove something to you. I shouldn't, but I do. And I don't know what you want me to do, because I do have to prove something to you. Because you get to vote on my life. You get to vote what I do with the rest of my life. You get to vote on my future. You get to vote on me. How fair is that for a human being to vote on another human being? It's just crazy to me. Because literally to me, what it comes down to is you saying either I believe God made you just the way that you are, or I believe that you're a liar. And I really hope that you don't think I'm a liar.
Hello, America. This is Ray McGuff, here to tell you that I support gay marriage. Why would you support gay marriage, Ray? Well, let me tell you, sock puppet guy. I support it because I'm a fucking moron. We're a fascist. I can see that if two people who are adults choose to love each other, they should be able to share the same rights as I can have. Someone who is not of that persuasion. It just seems to me that fair is fair. Well, there's lots of reasons that people say that shouldn't happen that way. I don't understand. Well, listen, sock puppet. Don't get everything twisted. Just look at the honest, straightforward line here. The one argument these people have comes from a book that's 2,000 years old and is written by 50 different people. And it's a magic book, and they want to force their beliefs onto somebody else, and I think that's wrong. Don't you think that's wrong? Well, yeah, it sounds like, of course it's wrong. It's wrong, sock puppet thing. It's wrong. So, I support it. if they want to come back with this, the sanctity of marriage, I'll just point out to Las Vegas, where you can drive through and get married, or you can get married by Elvis Presley. Doesn't sound too sanctimonious to me. So do you understand now, Sock Puppet? Yeah, I get it. All right. Thanks. We learn something new every day here at the old show.
Shopping for a TV has made this man aggressive, opinionated, and skeptical.
You might say I'm agripaneptical.
Agripaneptical? It's not a word.
I want a flat panel TV I can afford. Is that asking too much?
Not at all. Pay weekly or monthly. You decide, and you can return it at any time for any reason.
So you make the big money on setup and delivery.
Nope. Setup and delivery are always free.
Plus, for a limited time only, Rent to Own offers 6 months same as cash.
I just let my agripaneptical go.
You will too. At Rent to Own, it's a great way to get nice stuff.
This is me, Scott, the Mormon, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Brother Risner. It's Brother Risner! And we had pamphlets to hand out. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it didn't fade. Mormon Guide to Overcoming Masturbation. I'm just going to read a few of the guidelines. Never touch the intimate parts of your body except during normal toilet procedures. This is real. Avoid being alone as much as possible. Find good company and stay in this good company. Did I tell you that this is real? This is real literature. If you're associated with other persons having the same problem, you must break off their friendship, in all caps. When you bathe, do not admire yourself in the mirror. Never stay in the bath more than 5 or 6 minutes. Just long enough to bathe and dry and dress and then get out of the bathroom. No. When in bed, if that is where you have your problem for the most part, dress yourself for the night so securely that you cannot easily touch your vital parts, and so that it would be difficult and time-consuming for you to remove those clothing. So you just put on so much tight clothing, by the time you undress to masturbate, you're like, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm bored. Oh, just ridiculous. This is ridiculous literature, but we handed it out. Gotta make sure we protect everyone. Protection is the key.
She used to call me baby. I thought she was such a lady, but my, how things had changed since times moved on. I give her my last dollar, and all she do is holler. Oh, my life has become a country song. I learned she can resist me by the way she always dishes me and comes to bed at night with that cold cream on. Sometimes I might feel frisky, but these days it's just too damn risky. It's hard to kiss the lips at night and chew your ass out all day long. All day long, it goes on and on. If a tree...
Hello, friends! I'm your Vitamin Benjamin girl. Do you poop out of parties? Are you unpopular? The answer to all your questions are in this little bottle. Vitamin Benjamin. Vitamin Benjamin contains vitamins, meat, vegetables, and minerals. Hallelujah! I walked into the porta potty today because I was playing tennis, and I opened the door, there's a guy laying in there, I closed it. I thought he was dead, so I opened it again, I'm like, sir, are you okay? He's like, yes. The guy was sleeping in the porta potty. WTF, what is wrong with this world? Why should somebody be sleeping in a porta potty? They shouldn't. Because it smelled, and there was poop on the seat. At least in the one that I ended up going into. I actually went into another porta potty. Gross! I know. But I played really well in tennis. I almost won. Something is not the same. I'm tired of playing by the rules of someone else's game. So much for second guessing. Too late for second guessing. Too late for second. Those are my teeth. If my teeth can chatter like that, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Did you hear that Paris Hilton had cocaine in her vagina? Well, she did. She had it in her purse. But if you hold your tongue, it's almost like she had it in her vagina. Paris Hilton had cocaine in her. Oh. Dirty. Yes. Paris Hilton, you're a slut. Love you all. I always end with a kiss. How about a French kiss? You all just got some tongue. Oh, that was gross. Good night.